Chicago Cubs pitcher Marcus Stroman wants kids to learn the importance of believing in themselves and that life may have some strikeouts along the way. It does for all of us. The MLB All-Star has been striking out opponents for nearly a decade now as part of the Blue Jays, the Mets, and now the Cubbies. He's also a mental health advocate, especially for kids. Stroman writes about it in his new children's book. It's called The Grip. It is a fictionalized account of young Marcus who struggles when trying out for his local baseball team. The Grip is published by an imprint of Simon & Schuster, which, like CBS, is part of Paramount Global. And first on CBS Mornings, Marcus Stroman joins us now. Marcus, thank you for being here. The book is terrific, and you are very excited for it to be out, I know.
Yeah.
Why did you want to get involved in writing books for kids 10, 12, 13 years old?
Man, I've always seen myself as a role model for the youth, and I know how much kids these days are going through, especially with the social media phase, how much adversity they kind of go through, and I'm someone who's been through that my whole life, and I just wanted to kind of put a book out to help people navigate.
There's so much wisdom in the book, and I know some of it comes from your real life coaching and your parents. There's one comment from your mom in here about how there are things you can control and things you can't, and the one thing you can control is your preparation.
Yep.
And the rest you just hope and pray. Did she really say that to you?
Yeah, my mom is my rock. She's my best friend still to this day, as is my dad, and they kind of instilled that belief in me that if you put the work in, if you truly dedicate anything to what you want to do in life, you can accomplish it. And I'm very thankful for kind of those mantras and lessons they taught me.
Even though your dad, you write, was very, very tough. Like at one point in your book, you said we had to practice every single day in capital letters.
He still practices every day, basically. He said he took a week off in the off season.
I know, but Dad seemed to be very hard. I bet you didn't appreciate it then, but how do you look back on that now?
Yeah, like you said, it was a little hard in the moment, but I'm so appreciative of my father now. He instilled a work ethic and confidence in me that I feel like has allowed me to separate myself.
Yeah.
So I'm the biggest believer in every morning getting up, training, getting your work in, and that's
every
starting your day, yeah.
I also thought it was interesting that you said, I like the book as well, because part of it is true, but part of it is you wish would have happened to you when you were growing up. There's a great scene with your mom where she says, you know, Marcus, maybe we better get you a mental health coach. You were very stressed about making the team.
That is the grip, the anxiety.
Yeah.
Viewing yourself as a failure.
Absolutely.
But did you actually get a mental health coach then?
I didn't, but now in the last few years, I've had that. I've had a therapist, I've had a mental health coach, I've had a mental coach for performance. That's something I wish my younger self would have been open to, and I feel that young kids nowadays should have that option to be able to get things off their chest.
Yes. Why did you think it was important to include that, especially young boys, certainly young boys of color? You're supposed to be tough, you're supposed to be strong, you're not supposed to admit to any weakness.
Yeah, just like you said, an African-American, especially African-American men, I feel like we're always supposed to portray this masculine image and be strong. And by holding a lot in, we kind of put a lot of stress and anxiety on ourselves. So being able to talk to someone, having an outlet, I think it's huge. It helps with not only performance on the field, but it just helps with your whole calm in life.
If we don't address it, we end up losing grip on things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, when you first came in the game, it was different. You know, guys in the locker room didn't talk much. I want you to take the viewer into locker rooms now, because I feel like athletes are more open, not just having conversations with therapists, but open with each other. Do you find yourself having like real conversations with your teammates?
Yeah, absolutely. I think within a team, you're gonna find your kind of people who really identify with, and those kind of becomes your family in a sense, because we're around these individuals so much. So yeah, you find yourself, I think it's becoming more open to talk about, hey, I'm dealing with this away from the field, or I'm feeling this way when I'm on the mound. How are you getting through it?
Right.
And you bounce ideas off of each other, and those are essentially coping mechanisms that you can use in your everyday life as well.
That's good.
You got a beautiful few notes to your son, Kai.
Yes,
You're going to bring
I
that
like
up?
that too.
1-year-old Kai in the front here. What are you hoping he takes away from this book?
Just the
He gets to that point.
Yeah. I just hope he has the calm and the ability to get through anything, which I feel like he will. But life throws a lot at you, and I'm just hoping he has the ability to stay on an even keel and be able to battle any type of adversity.
I love this. So Daddy's always got you, just like my father always has my back no matter what.
Yep.
You had two great mantras that stuck out to me. Always believe that you have a chance. I think that's really important. Dad says no one can ever criticize you or make you feel bad for trying your best. True.
No, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, when you put in all this work and you prepare, it's like some things are out of your control. You can only go out there and give your best effort.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Marcus Stroman, speaking of prepared,
Congrats.
if you're a Cubs fan, he says the sinker's working.
That's right.
If you're a reader, the grip is on sale today.
And he says baseball's never boring.
And Sports
Never
Illustrated,
is,
hey,
Gayle.
Sports Illustrated said he's due for a breakout season.
They know.
Every season breakouts.
That's right. He's about to shine like them diamonds in his mouth.